This is my 2017 Lotus Evora. Today I'm going to attempt to install the Hethelsport GT430 wing in carbon fiber onto the OEM factory carbon fiber rear deck lid. So I've already unboxed the wing here, and I gotta say it is of superb quality. The carbon weave is extremely straight, even. Clear coat seems very nice and thick, well glossed. And look at this, I love the curvature of the winglet here. I don't know if you can see that. But everything is really satisfactory. My interaction with Sherman from Hethelsport was also superb. He was a great help. He answered a ton of my emails before I even decided to purchase. So far, highly recommended. We'll see how it goes. The mounting position, I don't want it to go any further than really the back side of here, because you'd have to cut a huge portion of this thick carbon fiber. I'm just hoping I can get the wing far back enough to not have to do that, but still look, somewhat normal, presentable. Now, to address that challenge, I've gone to Home Depot and purchased these magnets. I believe they're called neodymium. Either way, they're super strong. So I'm gonna put one on the exterior of the car and then one on the interior. They should line up together exactly because they are super strong, and ideally that will help me position this wing in the right spot. Okay, so after a very careful measurement, like at least 5 or 6 times probably, I have the first set of magnets and trace outs of where the back 2 holes should go to mount the wing. I squared it off on both sides, and on both sides they are basically equal. That tells me, they're equidistant from each other. The distance between the holes should be correct based on the back brackets on the wing. So I'll check it again a couple times just to make sure, and then the drilling can begin. On the inside you can see where, based on where I have those top holes, where it would line up on the bottom. This gives you a little bit of room for a nice washer and the washer plate. I think I'll have to make some adjustments to their washer plate for a pressure plate. Let me show you what that looks like. Alright, so here is the pressure plate that Hethelsport provides. This is supposed to go on the inner part of the trunk and presses up against the bottom side of the trunk. It kind of acts like a giant washer, basically. Now, obviously, this is not going to fit super well based on the holes that we have set up. I think there's going to be a requirement to cut at least part of the top and bottom of each side to get it to fit properly. All right, so here we are, moment of truth, no turning back. I'm about to drill into a fairly expensive piece of factory Lotus OEM carbon fiber. All right, let's go. Okay, so the first 2 base holes are done for the back side of the wing. I've placed one of the Hethelsport bolts into one of the holes that we made. And looking on the back side, this is what we have here. And the length of it seems to be okay. I don't think we'll need an extended bracket or extended bolt for this side, at least so far. But once I get everything mounted, we'll take a better look. Okay, so after drilling the first 2 holes, I test fitted the wing and traced where the next set of holes should be, and the magnets are on them right now. I already have a Sharpie underneath pinpointing that location. Here's where the first issue has come up though. If you look on the underside of the front mounted hole area, the rear can be drilled just inside the thicker lip here. However, the front is going to be right over that lip on both sides. Does that mean much? Not really. If anything, it adds more stability to that front area. I kind of wish I had drilled the back hole a little bit more on the double wall compared with the front, but nothing we can do about that now, I guess. All right, so I've got all 4 holes drilled. Now's the fun part of mounting this wing. Hopefully we got everything right. Like I said, I double checked, triple checked. It should be just fine. The holes seem to be in the same area on both sides, lined up quite well, I think. So let's get this wing mounted. What I'm gonna do next is I traced out the cuts I would most likely need to make to the Hethelsport bracket, and doing so I think would allow me to use this mounting plate, which should disperse the force a little bit more evenly or over a larger area, and I think be better in the long term. Okay, so I've finished making the cuts that I traced out on the Hethelsport bracket, the pressure plate, and this is pretty much proof of concept now that it's gonna work. I have everything bolted in. I'll probably need to come back, make a little bit cleaner cuts, smooth everything out, and paint this, actually probably paint it black just to make it look nice. But this is definitely gonna work. So if anyone is contemplating getting this 430 spoiler for their OEM hatch decklid, it's definitely gonna work if you, with a little bit of modification, mostly just to this bracket. But the bolts provided are sufficiently long enough on both sides, and it works just fine. Okay, unfortunately it's nighttime, so it's kind of dark, but she's on. It looks great. I'm really happy with how it came out. Placement is actually pretty good. It's essentially just right in line with the rear bumper, or the rear ducktail portion of the hatch, and it's extremely sturdy with those pressure plates. Like, it's not going anywhere. When I shake it, the whole car shakes. So definitely a win.